Hello everyone, happy Friday. I am here with, do you want to say your name or not? Oh, okay, well this is Marigold. She's a first grader at Council Rock, in case you didn't know that. So, anyways, we have this book for you. It's really funny. It's called The Remarkable Farkle McBride. I don't know if you've ever read this story before, but it's pretty funny. It's by John Lithgow, illustrated by C.F. Payne. And there he is. Remarkable Farkle McBride. Ooh, sorry, Marigold. See all those music symbols? I bet you know, like, almost all of those, huh? Oh, I think that's little baby Farkle in there, in the bassinet. All right. Oh, pity the prodigy, Farkle McBride. No matter what instrument poor Farkle tried, whether strumming or blowing or drumming or bowing, his musical passions were unsatisfied. He tried all those instruments. When Farkle McBride was a 3-year-old tyke, all freckly, bony, and thin, he astonished his friends and his family alike by playing superb violin. There he is, up in his bedroom practicing.
What's that?
That's, I think, a portrait of somebody. Look at the dad looks very impressed. And they're all listening to his beautiful music. Hopefully you're practicing your instrument at home for your family to hear your beautiful music. He went reedly-deedly-deedly-dee with all of the strings at his side. Reedly-deedly-deedly-dee, the remarkable Farkle McBride. Now remember, he's only 3 in this photo, so he's like standing on a box. He's very short. And he's playing with an orchestra. Look at all these grown-ups he's playing with. This is the conductor. But when he was 4, Farkle played it no more. In spite of his parents' beseeching, he shattered the records he used to adore. He smashed up his rosin, ripped every score. He threw his fiddle and bow to the living room floor as he shouted, "Enough of your screeching!" Oh, this is so sad. You see it down there? Oh, that makes my heart hurt. It's so sad. His parents are not happy about that. Goodness. When Farkle was 5, his melodical gift once again bore a rhapsodical fruit. The woodwinds inspired his spirits to lift, and he rapidly mastered the flute. Do you have friends who play the flute? There he is. Chirping. Yeah, chirping right along with that bird there. Don't you think that flutes sound a little bit like birds? He went roodly-toodly-toodly-too with all of the winds at his side. Roodly-toodly-toodly-too. The remarkable Farkle McBride.
And he's standing on those.
Yeah, he's in a different section of the orchestra now. He's with the woodwinds. But he's still playing with all these grown-ups. Oh my goodness. Here, can we see the whole picture?
So it smells really good.
Yes, I couldn't believe I didn't own this book before. Okay. But at 6, Farkle flung his flute into the lake, notwithstanding its lyrical trill. He stamped on the dock till you think it would break. "That's it," he exclaimed. "I have had all I can take. That tootling gives me a brutal headache. It's so wimpy and whiny and shrill." Oh my goodness, look at what he did to his poor flute.
Even fish are the...
The fish are surprised. I said, what is going on there? Poor flute. Ugh, I don't know about this Farkle McBride.
Caw.
When Farkle was 7, a different sound rekindled his musical flame. He became the most expert trombonist around, and the boulevards buzzed with his name. Do you have any friends who play the trombone?
There's
And a little butterfly. There he is. The trombone is the one with the slide that goes in and out.
My dad has one,
We do. We have one here.
but it's really rusty and old.
If I could play any brass instrument, I mean, I would never because I'm absolutely a string player, but I think I would play the trombone. He went vroom-pity-doom-pity-doom-pity-doom with all of the brass at his side. Vroom-pity-doom-pity-doom-pity-doom, the remarkable Farkle McBride. Now he's in this section of the orchestra. See that? Brass players. There's trumpets, trombones, tubas. I don't think there's tubas in this picture, but tubas are usually in the brass section. But at 8, he declared, to his parents' despair, and as everyone else might have guessed, I can't stand the trombone with its blat and its blare. That racket is more than my eardrums can bear. So return it or throw it away. I don't care. I despise it, just like all the rest. No, it's so sad.
It's bent at the top.
It's bent at the top. Oh,
What is it?
it's heartbreaking. Poor trombone. Look at him up there. He's so naughty. Wait, no, is that the mom?
Yeah, that's Mom.
Oh, well, she's very upset about it. Her naughty Farkle throwing away all his instruments.
And smashing it.
Yeah. When Farkle was 9, both his father and mum were bursting with pride and affection. For Farkle learned xylophone, cymbals, and drum, the entire percussionist section. There is Farkle with his drum kit. Looks like he's got a timpani over here too, and maybe a big conga drum. Some chimes. That looks fun. He went boom, bash, clang-a-clash, and all the clamor that he could provide. Tinkly, bing bong, bumpity crash. The remarkable Farkle McBride.
I can guess what he's gonna do to this
I
one.
know. Do you have a guess?
Yeah, I can
But he
tell
looks
it.
so happy there. No, not yet. Look, he's even got a little tuxedo on. That's like super fancy concert clothes. There's a gong. He's playing on the timpani and the bass drum over there. That looks like a lot of fun. But soon he fell prey to his usual gloom, despite all the praise and the flattery. First a sigh, then a sulk, and then a frown, then a fume, then an ear-splitting tantrum that emptied the room. I can't take it, he bellowed. The crash and the boom and the clang and the bang of the battery. Oh, you guys see him with his cymbals. Goodness.
I thought he was going to poke his drumsticks into the skin and tear it.
Yeah, well, that would be along the lines of what he does. Poor Farkle at 10, howsoever renowned, reached the end of his musical tether. But then he discovered his favorite sound, musicians all playing together. Look at that. Do you think that this is gonna work for him? All the instruments together? How do you play all the instruments together? Do you know? It happened like this. The conductor caught cold on the day of a major recital. You've got to replace him, young Farkle was told. Your cooperation is vital. The conductor caught a cold. And they said that Farkle's got to take his place. So he took the baton and he gave the downbeat, and kaboom, the foundations were shaken by glorious music, bombastic and sweet, that filled up the hall and spilled into the street. Music that brought the whole crowd to its feet from the instruments he had forsaken. They went reedly-roodly, vroom-pity-bang. Bravo, all the spectators cried. Diddly-diddly, doompity-clang. The remarkable Farkle McBride. There he is, conducting the orchestra in a big concert hall. And there is the audience. A lot of people there. Look at their faces. They're kind of like amazed. Since that sparkling night, Maestro Farkle McBride conducts all the instruments he ever tried. His happy heart sings to brass, drums, wind, and strings. And remarkable Farkles at last. Whoa, this is a big page. Satisfied! He is happy now. Oh my goodness, how are we going to show this whole thing? Okay, let's start over here. Look at, there are some cellos and basses.
There's strings on this.
Yeah. There's that guy there. There's some brass up there. See the trumpets, trombone. There's a tuba and cellos. And then if we move up here, there's Farkle. Oh, he finally looks happy. Thank goodness. Kettle drums. See the woodwinds back there? There's bassoons and flutes and oboes and clarinets. What else, Marigold?
Oh, a harp.
And a harp. Yay, there's a harp. And the percussion. That's a
gong.
A gong, yep. And then there's
I play the harp.
yeah, and there's violins over on the side. Let's look at those violins. Here they are. Violins, and then the violas I think are in the middle here. Yay! That looks like so much fun to conduct that whole orchestra. I bet they make a huge sound. So there you have it. Farkle McBride. Did you like that story? If you, now I know you're all orchestra students and you know that.
I like the smell of it.
You like the smell of the new book? New book smell is always good. Just so you know that sometimes you might hear a professional orchestra that has a string section and then brass instruments, woodwinds, and percussion with a conductor. Like the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra. There's a big orchestra like that in Buffalo and in New York City. Many towns and cities have their own orchestra. It's called a full orchestra. You guys are used to playing in a string orchestra, and if you're in 4th grade, you'll get to play in a string orchestra next year when you're in 5th grade. So that's super exciting. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you have a great weekend. I will be posting some new things to do on Monday morning. But over the weekend, if you could please, if you're in 5th grade, practice Finnegan's Wake. And if you're in 4th grade, practice either the moon, mist, rain, or wind, depending on your instrument. And we'll talk more about those on Monday. I miss you so much, and I hope you're doing great, and we'll talk soon. Bye!